Hello and welcome to another Baldy Tim's Reviews, and today I thought I'd do a second video on the Cadac Safari Chef 2 high pressure version, because the first video I did a few weeks ago seems to have been quite popular. So I'm going to give you a few more thoughts on a couple of points I missed out last time, and also show you cooking a breakfast on it from start to finish, or pretty much start to finish. So keep on watching and see what we find out. So here it is again, the Safari Chef 2, and first thing I'm going to do is set it up. So I've got the gas canister. Watching a few other reviews and reading a few other bits and pieces about the high pressure version, is one of the disadvantages is that you're pretty well confined to these C500 cylinders here, which aren't the most economical to buy in the world. I've got another couple spare ones now, which cost me about £17 for two of them. Other sort of gas systems, yeah, if you buy the bigger bottles, which you can with the low pressure version of this, you can buy bigger bottles of gas for which work out at a lot less than £17 just for two of those. So that is one of the disadvantages. Although having said that, these little cylinders seem to last for a very, very long time. This is getting a little bit empty, but I think there's still enough in there to do this meal I'm about to cook now. And once I've done that, that'll be literally about 10 barbecues and breakfasts I've cooked on the Safari Chef 2 here with this single cylinder. So they do seem to last a long time, but we find that just cut 2 or 3 of these will get you through a whole summer of barbecuing. It could, quite easily, even if you're using this thing quite a lot. So that's my thoughts on possibly the single disadvantage of the high pressure version. The advantages, as I said in my last video, are the fact that it's much neater. There's less bits and pieces to carry around. You don't need your regulators, pipes and all the rest of it. Okay, so the first thing we have to do before cooking is get the Safari Chef out of its bag and set it up. So let's do it. So, that's the lid, or sort of pan that you can cook sort of paellas and things like that up in. We won't need that today, so that can go over there. We don't need the grill plate either, but we do need the sort of frying pan bit. So that's the item we need. It's like basically a frying pan, so perfect for cooking the bacon and eggs up on. And that's our main unit. So let's flip the legs out. 1, 2, 3. That's all you need to do. They click into place, so nothing to tighten up or anything like that. Ready to go. And put our cylinder on now. So that's our C500 cylinder, still the original one that you saw in the last video. It's done about 9 or 10 barbecues now, so it really does seem to last a long time. So let's put that on. Right, there we are. So next thing you do is put the fat pan on. This just collects any dripping bits of fat off your cooking. Not that it will happen on the fry plate here, but on the grill plate for your barbecues, there's holes in it, so to drain the fat away. That collects in here, so it doesn't go all over that. And then you just take that off and wash it really quickly and easily, and it just saves everything else getting dirty and makes the cleaning process very, very simple. So put that on, and then put the fry plate on. and we're ready to go. So I'm going to fire it up, get some food on it, get some breakfast. Okay, so that's what we're going to be putting on the Safari Chef 2 for our breakfast. So I've got our barbecuing implements there on the right, some nice eggs, lovely tomatoes and a bit of bacon, and it's going to be a bit of a squeeze on the Safari Chef 2, got to admit, but we'll manage it somehow. Right, let's fire this up. So just turn the gas on, hear it hissing. There we go, it's going. So what I like to do is let that fry plate heat up for just a little while before getting the food on. So I'm going to start, when I do get the food on in a minute, I'm going to start with the bacon, I think. So it's definitely going to be a bit of a squeeze. But luckily bacon tends to shrink down a bit when it gets cooking, so we'll soon be able to manage this, I'm sure. Right, time for some nice grilled tomatoes. A couple of those on there, or a couple each, because I'm cooking for my wife as well. Right, loading up with more bacon. Still got another 2 mashes to go, so it's definitely a bit on the crowded side. So we'll just let that go for a little while. It's cooking up nicely. Okay, so I think it's time to turn those tomatoes over. I like to give them a bit of a cook on the back for a while, but obviously the main side is that way. Turn those over. As you can see, when you've got 8 rashers of bacon and 2 whole tomatoes with 4 halves, it does get quite tight on the Safari Chef 2. Only kind of 12 inches or about 300 millimeters, 30 centimeters in diameter. There we go, let's turn the bacon over. Starting to look very appetizing now. And it's only taken about 5 minutes to get to this point. Not very long at all. That's 5 minutes in real time. And yeah, it's looking very good. Both my wife and I like bacon very, very crispy like this, by the way. So yeah, if you like it less crispy, it might take as long to cook, I'm sure. Okay, so we're getting there. The bacon's nearly done. What you have to do is stack it up a bit to make a bit of room, because now we're going to be doing some eggs on here. Let's just get that a bit nearer. It's very easily manoeuvred if you need to move it around. Let's see if I can do this egg. Always a tricky thing doing these things, isn't it? These eggs. Especially when you've got the old video camera going as well. Balance for me and eat. Oh, there's one. Oh dear. Oh dear, Tim, you've broken the yolk. Amateursville. Right, so we're going to have to do a bit more for the other egg, a bit more moving around. See if we can somehow get that other egg in that gap there. Right, that one's ready to go. Let's dump it on there. There we go. Ooh, didn't break that one. That one has gone on there intact. So I better give that one to my wife and have the broken one to myself. The age of chivalry is not dead in the Baldy Tim household. Right, that's coming on nicely. So I wonder what these tomatoes are looking like on the other side. Oh yeah, that's looking good, isn't it? So those tomatoes are looking like they're just about cooked, and the eggs are nearly there. We like to have them kind of over easy, our eggs. So let's see if I can do that. Let's separate these eggs. Oh dear. You can definitely tell I'm not a pro at this, can't you? There we go, right, so that's totally separated out. Let's get the other implement and flip those eggs over. Now what I like to do is I literally just have to have these eggs on the other side just for a few minutes, just to get rid of that last bit of jelly stuff that you get on these fried eggs. So if you want to save a bit of gas, you can actually turn the gas off, and the sort of latent heat on the grill pan here will cook that up. Oh, it's got itself attached to the bacon. Let's separate that. Come on. Oh, bit of bacon's attached itself to the egg. Let's get some of these tomatoes out of the way. Right. Over it goes. I think we're going to be ready in just a couple of minutes, and just in time for the sun to come out as well. Right, look at that. So it's starting to cool down because I turned the appliance off. The heat left in the pan there will cook the rest of those eggs nicely. So I think it's time to serve up. So I've got fried egg, over easy fried egg, lots of bacon, some tomato, got my coffee and orange juice, and there's the other one. Probably let Lorraine have that one because that's nicer. I'll have that broken one. Didn't go very well on the breaky. Oh, the good old brown sauce there, ready to go as well. Yeah, it didn't go very well as far as not breaking eggs today. Sometimes I do it perfectly, sometimes not so perfectly. And today would have to be one of those days, probably because I'm filming it. And there's the safari chef. So we'll let that cool down while I have breakfast, and then I'll show you how it comes apart again and washes up. Okay, so breakfast has been eaten. 2 clean plates, so it went down very well, even though it didn't end up looking very appetizing, not thanks to the safari chef here, but thanks to my cooking skills. So but what remains to be done now is just cleaning this up. So it's cool now. I've left it, it's been a good sort of 15 minutes since finishing cooking there, so it's already nice and cool. And so what I'd like to do is, before actually washing this, is just giving it a bit of a wipe with a bit of kitchen roll, and it all kind of, because the Teflon is so good on this, the non-stick stuff is so good, it does wipe really, really well. There you go. That's sort of almost sort of 99 or 99% clean, so it's just going to need a very quick wash in the washing up bowl to finish off. So I've stripped the Cadac down, taken the fat pan and the grill plate off, or the fry plate off,
So what we need to do is take the gas canister off. So unscrews in the normal way. It's not a reverse thread, so just spin that off. And there's actually quite a bit. Unfortunately, this is the only way you can test how much gas is in it, but it actually sounds like there's a fair bit left in there. I could probably do another breakfast, maybe even another couple of breakfasts. So these do last a long time. So that's the gas canister off, and you don't really need to. These tend to, or this tends to stay clean, but you might want to just give it a quick wipe, just in case of any little splashes of sort of fat went onto it. Give it all just a quick wipe down. Like that. There we go, and just fold the legs up. You push these little buttons in at the top, like that, and it's spring loaded, so they flick back in like that. And the last one, so that's ready to go in, pack away into the bag again, which I won't show you because that's on the other video. So let's just wash up. There's only two components on the Safari Chef that needs washing up. Obviously the fry plate, so just goes into, this is just a normal size sink and washing up bowl there, and you can see by my hand just sort of that it's not hugely big, and yet the fry plate goes in there sort of nice, very nicely indeed. Just give it a bit of a wash. Do it nice and thoroughly. I'll just finish off two-handed, so you won't see that, but it shouldn't take very long. And that's clean, just needs drying and ready to go. I didn't really spend very much time, only literally another 5 seconds doing it two-handed, so it was pretty much 100% clean. Just doing it one-handed with the brush there. So it's because it's so non-stick, it's very quick and easy to clean. There you go, you can see how well that comes up. That's 100% clean now, and it didn't take very long at all. The only other thing we need to clean is the fat pan. Oh, that's not too dirty. It gets dirtier with the barbecue grill plate actually than with the frying pan, because the that one's got holes in it, unlike the fry plate there. So when you've got the fry plate, you just get a few little splashes of fat, which you probably can't even see in the video. So this shouldn't take very long to wash up either. Let's give that a go. Okay, again, I'll just switch off for a second just to do it two-handed. And there we go, that's the fat pan cleaned as well. Cleaned and dried. Didn't really sort of take very long at all, only about another sort of few seconds of washing after I turned off there. So, and that is literally all we have to do. So how long did that take, just from sort of stripping the Safari Chef down and cleaning these two up? You know, well under 5 minutes. So normally cleaning barbecues and this kind of thing is right chore, but this is so quick and easy. And because it's small and goes into the washing up bowl so easily, that just makes it even more easy to clean. Because we used to have the Cadac Carry Chef, which is a much larger unit. They come with the fat pans and the fry plates and the barbecue sort of grills as well, but they're so much bigger, and getting them into the sink to wash up is a lot more awkward. You kind of just got to sort of wash a corner of them at a time sort of thing, or a part of them at any one time, and it just they're a lot more awkward to clean and takes longer. But these Safari Chef ones, just so quick and easy.
So we're coming towards the end of this second video review of the Cadac Safari Chef 2. Hopefully you've been able to see it a little bit more in action, and I think you'll agree it's more than capable of cooking up a good sized fried breakfast. We had, so between us, 8 rashers of bacon, a grilled tomato, or 2 grilled tomatoes each, or 2 half grilled tomatoes each, should I say, and 2 good sized eggs. Yeah, you've got to move them around a bit on the fry plate there, stack the bacon up, and be a little bit organised about things, but it is entirely possible to cook a decent meal up. So it's probably not going to be any good for any more than 2 people, and you're not going to, yeah, you're not going to be able to sort of do barbecues for great big parties of people, obviously, and it's not really designed for that. But for what it does very well. And I've also got to say that it seems to cook very, very well. And that whole breakfast was cooked up in, well, certainly no more than 15 minutes. It might have been even 10 minutes. We call it somewhere between 10 and 15 minutes to cook all that breakfast up. So it cooks very well, very evenly. It seems to cook just as well on the edges of the fry plate there as in the middle. So it's very well designed, very even cooking device. So yeah, as far as cooking is concerned, it cooks very, very well, very efficiently. The gas cylinder, so that's still the original gas cylinder on there, and as you saw, it's still got gas in it. I reckon it's good for probably another 2 of those cooked breakfasts. And I've already done and I can't really remember, it's like somewhere between 10 and 15, well, probably call it 12, probably 12 meals we've already cooked up on that. And it's good for probably another at least 2. So I reckon you're looking at sort of 15, yeah, 14, 15 meals per gas cylinder, and I'm sure for a lot of us that's, yeah, especially if the summer's not particularly great, that's probably all you're going to be doing in an entire season. So that, as far as I'm concerned, sort of further negates the arguments for a low pressure version with your extra hoses and regulators and larger gas canisters. Those gas canisters, I think, as I say, 2 of them cost me £17. So what's that? That's sort of £8.50 each. So it's not the cheapest gas in the world, but if one lasts you, yeah, a good couple of months or 2 or 3 months, and it's not a lot of money at all. Durability, well, I tested that out. Between shots there outside, I actually had to move the unit a little bit, and when I was doing that, I managed to send the fry plate flying off the unit, crashing down onto that concrete patio from probably about 2.5 to 3 feet high. Made a terrible clattering banging as it hit the ground. But when I sort of examined it, there was just literally just 2 tiny little kind of stone chip size marks on it. And that is all the damage that was done. So I inadvertently tested the durability out by doing that. So it looks like it's going to stand up to some abuse as well. So summing up this video review of the Cadac Safari Chef 2, after the first video that I shot all about it, I've put it through a lot more use, and can I say that I'm still happy with the Safari Chef 2? Yeah, most definitely. I think it's a fantastic little unit. Only limited by its size, but there again, yeah, if you're really into barbecuing, you're not going to have something that small. You're going to go for one of the larger units, and if you want that, you know, the Cadac Carry Chef is a marvellous unit as well. But if you just want a little unit just for occasional use, just the odd occasional camping trip away where you don't want to have too much stuff to carry around, and the occasional little bit of home use if you're just a couple, there's only 2 of you. I think it's pretty much the perfect little barbecue. Really satisfied with it. So that's been another Baldy Tim's Reviews. Thanks for watching.